Welcome. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the Laserfiche integration with Ellucian Banner through the Ellucian Ethos platform. Using this integration, student data can be pushed and pulled between Laserfiche and Ellucian as part of an automated registrar forms process. Specifically, we'll be discussing how colleges and universities can leverage Laserfiche's process automation tools to create an add-drop process for students to update their course schedules. We'll show how a student can request a schedule change, how their advisor can review this request, and how these changes are recorded within Banner. When a student wants to request a change to their course schedule, they can do so by navigating to a Laserfiche electronic form. Colleges and universities can provide a link to the appropriate form on the institution's website or within a dedicated student portal, allowing students to kick off this process quickly and easily. In this example, once the student navigates to the add-drop request form, they will need to enter their unique Banner ID into the field at the top of the screen. Once they do so, Laserfiche will retrieve the student's personal information, such as their name, email address, and current schedule, from Banner, and use that information to pre-fill sections of the form. This reduces the amount of data the student needs to manually enter, ensures that the information on the form is accurate, and allows registrar staff to review the form quickly and easily. Process designers can create flexible and dynamic forms like this one using the Laserfiche Forms tool. Through a drag-and-drop interface, designers can easily add and remove form fields, add branding, and choose which information is required to be submitted. Next, as the student, we'll need to select what changes we'd like to make to this schedule. We're going to be both adding and dropping courses, so we'll select both options. Note that the form will only display the add and drop sections once we've made the appropriate selections. Additionally, Laserfiche can display custom warnings or error messages based on the current date, user information, or other field values. Here, because we're submitting this form after the middle of the term, Laserfiche is displaying a message letting us know that any dropped courses will appear as a W on the student's transcript. This helps the student easily understand what information to submit and reduces the chance for error. Now, let's add some courses to the student's schedule. Within the Add section of the form, we'll first select the subject of the course we want to add. After making the selection, the dropdown in the second column automatically populates with the list of courses in that subject offered this term. We'll select the course we want to take, followed by the specific section. This information is pulled directly from Banner. So whenever information about a course changes in Ellucian, those changes will automatically be reflected within the form. Moving on to the drop section, Laserfiche can retrieve the student's current schedule from Banner and display it within a table. From this table, we can choose which courses to drop from the schedule. If the student is happy with their schedule changes, they could submit the form and route it to their advisor for further review. Upon submission, we can see that the student receives a copy of the form, which they can print, email, or download for their own records. Once the student submits their add-drop request, their advisor will need to review their changes and make an approval decision. As soon as the student submits the request, Laserfiche will automatically send their advisor an email notification letting them know they need to review the requested changes. This notification also contains a link where the advisor can view the request in Laserfiche. Alternatively, the advisor can view the task within the Laserfiche Forms inbox. This inbox serves as a task queue where faculty and staff can view all of the tasks they need to complete from a central location. Within this queue, we can see the details of the submission and also track things like due dates to help prioritize tasks. This queue allows faculty and staff to review tasks faster and more efficiently, improving responsiveness to student requests. From this inbox, the advisor can open the task to view the add-drop form that the student submitted. Within this task, the requested course changes are read-only. The advisor can view the student's data, but can't make any changes. This is to protect the integrity of the information that will be passed into Banner. However, they can leave comments in a box at the bottom of the form. Once the advisor has reviewed the schedule and made their comments, they can approve the requested changes, reject the changes outright, or send the schedule back to the student for revision. Here, we'll go ahead and approve the changes. In our example, once the advisor approves the student's add-drop request, the schedule change is finalized, and Laserfiche pushes the requested changes to Banner. However, Laserfiche allows process designers to include as many steps as they need in approval processes such as this one. For example, perhaps the department chair of the student's major also needs to approve these schedule changes. Or, if a student overloads on courses, maybe the student finance department needs to approve changes to tuition and other fees. These additional steps can be easily added to the approval process. If a more complex approval is needed, for example, if a 5-person scholarship committee needs to review the request and only a certain number of approvals, say 3, are needed, parallel approvals can also easily be configured with Laserfiche. Once 3 members approve the change, the form will automatically be pushed through to the next step, and approval tasks are removed from the queues of any remaining committee members. Laserfiche Forms is designed to be intuitive and user-friendly, empowering users of all technical levels to create automated processes. Now, let's navigate back to Banner to see how these changes are recorded. If we view a student's record within Banner, we can see that their schedule has automatically been updated via the integration through the Ethos platform to reflect the changes submitted through the Laserfiche add-drop process. In addition, we can also use Laserfiche tools to connect the Banner interface with documents stored in Laserfiche. Using a no-code, wizard-driven integration tool called Laserfiche Connector, we can navigate to the student's file directly within the repository. From here, we can see all of the documents associated with this student. This creates a more seamless user experience for staff members, as they are able to continue working out of the familiar Banner interface and pull up student files with a single click, without needing to learn the interface for a new platform. We can see that there are a number of different types of files associated with the student centrally stored in Laserfiche. In particular, we can see that a copy of the add-drop request submitted by the student has been automatically saved into their student file. We can open the recent add-drop form directly in Laserfiche to view it and make any annotations or notes if needed. On the right-hand side, we can also view metadata associated with this document. This metadata is information indexed alongside our documents to provide information at a glance, make them easier to search for, and to use in automated processes. When this form was saved into the repository, the information was automatically pulled from the process and indexed in the metadata fields. To learn more about how you can use Laserfiche to